Renewable energy is the buzzword today at the East London International Convention Centre, where various stakeholders, including government, non-governmental organisations, the private sector, as well as delegation from the European Union, will come together to discuss how a province like the Eastern Cape can also come to the party and be on par with the rest of the world in terms of finding alternative ways of generating power and energy. But to tell us more about today's conference, we're joined now by the Eastern Cape's Economic Development and Environmental Affairs MEC, SABC Journalist. MEC, thank you very much for joining us. Can you just briefly inform us what has informed you guys to come and convene such a conference here today?
Well, thank you very much. This conference is part of our attempt to respond to climate change, as well as ensure that we find alternative sources of energy. You would understand that currently there is no local generation of energy in the Eastern Cape. Most of the energy we use is imported from elsewhere. Green energy offers us a new opportunity because we have natural endowments that easily make us a good destination for investment in renewable energy. We have combined here investors, policymakers, funders of different kinds to come and talk about the opportunities that we have in the Eastern Cape, but also to help implement our renewable energy strategy.
All right, MEC, you talk of all the potential that the Eastern Cape has had, and it's always been there, but what have we done up to now to ensure that we do sort of tap into these natural resources to create alternative means of getting power?
Firstly, I think we worked on putting together a provincial strategy for renewable energy. Secondly, we have actually understood that there is a need to upskill, and therefore we have a skills development program in the renewable space. We also know that part of the challenge is also to strengthen our research and innovation. We're working with all our universities to do that. In addition to that, we have currently projects up to the tune of 18 billion in the renewable energy space that are currently being implemented as part of the national program. Most of them are in wind, but also we have new in the solar and photovoltaic.
All right, and then MEC, from this conference, how does this translate to me in my household, to someone in Tanzania, to someone in Duncan Village? How do I come to the party to ensure that I also sort of play my role in capitalizing on this energy?
Part of the challenge is to ensure that we communicate the message that there are alternative sources and that clean energy is the way to go, amongst others. And what we've done in that regard is to ensure that we look at rural communities which are inaccessible, to look at means and ways of them accessing energy. And this is part of what we're doing currently. We're also looking at a whole range of possibilities for job creation in the sector through the manufacturing process. So we were linking the program of implementing clean energy with a process of industrialization. In other words, growing a manufacturing sector in the renewable energy space.
All right, thank you very much. MEC, SABC Journalist is responsible for environmental affairs and economic development in the Eastern Cape.